obviously you are, you are a Republican, right?
I would not call myself a Republican. However, I would never vote for a Democrat.
We're getting off to a really nice start. Okay.
And I typically vote for Republicans because even though they never do the right thing, they always say the right things. And so, I'm very disenfranchised with both political parties. I think it's a uniparty. They're basically, I think, in cahoots with one another, and they just do whatever they can to ensure that they maintain or grow their own power. Whether the Democrats or Republicans, they help each other out, and they're not really on our side. That's kind of my take. So I consider myself right-wing because I have conservative values around like economics and things like that. I'm a capitalist. I believe in the free market. I believe in freedom and individual responsibility and things like that.
How did this start for you to where you wanted to be more politically active, or the content that you create?
That's a good question. So,
listen, I got hey, Chase, I got tons of great questions, dude. Don't worry.
That's what I love about you, man. That's what I wish I had great answers. I've always been interested in politics. I grew up in a middle-class home in central Illinois, sort of a rural community. My high school graduating class had 80 people in it. Mm-hmm. So small town, sort of America, kind of stereotypical flyover state. When I was 17, I just happened to pick up a book called The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. And I read that book and it totally changed my life. And I'm not sure how familiar you are or not with Ayn Rand, but she was a very controversial and famous Russian immigrant. So she immigrated to the United States from Russia. It set me on a trajectory that I don't think I would have gone on as intensely. Still would have been the same guy, but I really adopted this philosophy of individualism over collectivism at that age. But I wasn't really involved in politics at all until January 6th, 2021. And what put me over the edge was how they were characterizing what happened on the 6th as an insurrection. And they were lumping 40 to 50% of Americans, anyone who supported Trump, into this category of sort of domestic terrorist. And the language that they were using, coupled with all the censorship that was going on and everything, I was like, you know what? I don't know what I can do. I'm just one American. That's why I called the podcast One American Podcast, as a result of looking into the Hunter Biden situation over the last couple of years. I had a conversation with a man named Jack Maxey, and he had Hunter Biden's laptop. He worked with Steve Bannon for about a year.
What?
And ascertained the laptop. There's a couple of things about that laptop that bother me. So the first thing I want to say is I don't care at all about Hunter Biden hiring hookers and smoking crack. That's not the problem. Okay. And
it's important.
It's important, and it's indicative of a character and a problem going on.
Okay, all right.
But I'm with you on that. But relative to the other problems that are found on that machine, those are like baby issues. So I'll give you some examples of what I mean. So the first thing is the laptop is not just a bunch of evidence that Hunter Biden is a criminal. It's a bunch of evidence that the Bidens are a crime family. Biota, you have a situation in which Hunter Biden is a partner in a company called Rosemont Seneca. It's an investment firm. They're investing hundreds of thousands, if not over $1 million, in companies like MetaBiota. And then MetaBiota magically gets a DoD contract for over $24 million while Joe Biden is vice president of the United States. And Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are sharing bank accounts, and they're lying about their income on their taxes. And it's all intimately connected with Ukraine and Burisma. And so this is what these politicians do, is they get in and they use their power to scrape from the taxpayers, whether it's their own taxpayers, whether it's another country's taxpayers. And that's how they get rich. It's not these donors.
I'm here with my father, and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. Tell the director that I would like to resolve this now before it gets out of hand, and now means tonight. And Z, if I get a call or text from anyone involved in this other than you, Zhang, or the chairman, I will make certain that between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows, and my ability to forever hold a grudge, that you will regret not following my direction. I am sitting here waiting for the call with my father, unquote.
Well, regardless of what you think of Trump, whether you like him, whether you don't like him, whether you think he's a fool, whether you think he's brilliant, there is one undeniable fact about him. And that is that he has an undeniably recognizable and incredibly strong brand. And he did before he ever entered into the political arena, right? He's basically famous for his name, licensing his name, and just branding the name Trump as synonymous with monetary success.